Hello, in this video, we will find out how to install CentOS with VirtualBox on Windows PC. This is useful as a testing environment for your web applications or any web server demos. To learn more, please check out the related link from the blog in the description below. Step 1. Navigate to CentOS.org website to download CentOS 7.0.4 image. You can download the .iso file and download directly to your computer, or you may also use torrent to download it if you are familiar with that because it is much faster, but I will not discuss that in this video. Next, navigate to virtualbox.org to download VirtualBox, which is the tool we will use to launch our virtual machines on our Windows PCs. After the two desktop softwares are downloaded, it's time to install one by one. Let's get started. We are now ready to install VirtualBox.
So now we're ready to set up our virtual machine. So when we installed earlier the VirtualBox, we have selected to launch it after installation. So now it has launched within my taskbar here, and if you click on that, it would probably show a prompt where it asks you, or it shows you, if you want to install or create new or so. I just exit on it and select the machine here in the menu, and you can actually create here or add if you already have an existing one, but for this video we will use the new because we don't have obviously anything existent. So let's go ahead and click new and then name our VM, which is CentOS, and you can just select the location. You can just select the as is, but for me I will just select a custom location, which is within my pCloud drive. The pCloud is actually a cloud service. It's something like a G drive. The nice thing about it, it's fast. So you can use that. If you want to learn more, just check out the link below so that you can check it out for yourself. I use this all the time. I use this within all my um, computers, so wherever I go, I can just log in, install it within any computer that I use, and then I can see all of my files here. It's something like a G drive, but faster. So I will install it within my programs folder here and VirtualBox VMs. I do have Hyper-V and WSL. This is usually what I use. So let's go ahead and select that one, the VirtualBox VMs. And for the image here, the ISO image, this is the one that we have downloaded. So if it doesn't show here, you can select here to locate where you have downloaded your ISO file. So just in case you don't see anything here, go to your folder. So maybe select PC and this one and navigate where you have downloaded the CentOS um, OS project. So it might show here, or you can just go to your downloads wherever you've downloaded it and select this tab here, the date modified. So it will show you the latest downloaded file you did, and just select that and then extract. So once it's extracted, click on the date modified once again so that it will show you, and just scroll up and then it will show you where the extracted files are. So it's probably this one, and this is the ISO. As you can see, this image file, so this is the one. So just copy the location here and go back to your what do you call this, to your VM or to your virtual machine, and then select other and then paste the location here, click enter, and it should show here already. And then just open that and it will show it here. So that's how you can navigate. But usually VirtualBox already know automatically show you if there's an ISO whatsoever. So just in case there's a multiple and it doesn't show here, you can navigate through that way. So now you can click on next, and you can modify this via, you can see the password as you can see here. So I'll just probably use password to make it simpler. And this will be CentOS, and then this will be my domain. So you can use local, I believe, or if you want to connect it with a custom one, you can select this one and make sure this is this has no space. Like for example 7, this is not, doesn't have a space. So once it's done, this is, I believe, unattended guest OS install. I'm not sure why, but later on it will not work. So, but we will still set it up in case it works for you, but for me it doesn't. But it's fine though. It will not interrupt our virtualization, our when we create or manage our virtual machines anyway. So let's just go ahead and do next. So next is that you can see here how much is your available RAM. This is the memory or the RAM, and processor, your CPU cores of your computer. So I do have 4 CPUs and 8 gig of RAM available for my computer. It's not really available, it's usable. So this is my max. So normally for me, when I test out applications through virtual machines, I just use maximum of 2 gig and 2 gig of RAM and then 1 CPU. So if you can see here, it's not gig, it's converted to MB. You can just Google how much is the conversion of 2 gig and you can paste it here. It is for me to 2048, so 2048. This is the 2 gig um RAM for MB, and now you can just select next to continue on. And for this is our disk space. So for me, based on my testing environment as well, I use 20 gig of RAM. RAM, 20 gig of storage. And then just click on next. And these are the information you can check it out before you go and then hit on finish. Now it will show here the our setup. So as you can see, let me just make it small here. So this is the VirtualBox Manager. So this is the one that we've set up earlier. You can create another type of OS, or maybe more CentOS, whatever you want. Just make sure that the RAM, the CPU, and the storage is will not max your machine, which is why I am using pCloud, which is an extended storage for me on the cloud. So as you can see, so the next thing we want to do is to click on settings, and we need to set up a few settings here. Go to the advanced and make this bi-directional. Also the drag and drop. This is actually the copy paste. So if we launch a virtual machine within our VirtualBox through VirtualBox, we can copy paste from our local computer to the VirtualBox virtual computer. Also the drag and drop. So this is why we want to enable that, but it really just depends on you. But for me, I believe this is useful. So the next part is to go to the storage, and even though we have selected our ISO earlier, the image, they will not pre-select here. I don't know why, but so what you want to do is just repeat that steps earlier if it doesn't show here for you. So I'll just select this one, but if it doesn't show it for you, the same thing earlier, just choose the location through here, and that should be done. And then the next part is to, let me check here, display, I believe, or general. Let me just system. So okay, so this is the system. So system, we want to select here the USB tablet. Okay, and just select OK here. And once that's done, we can now press start to start installing the OS. This is only for when you are still for your first launch. The next time it will just open up or turn on the virtual machine or the OS. It will not go through the installation anymore. So let's just go ahead and start this. And here is the progress bar here, as you can see. We can just close it up. So now it will prompt here the OS installation. So this is um you can internalize this as, or you can imagine this as your new computer, or when you have turned on your computer, installing your computer. So let me just minimize the manager here, and so let me just close the auto capture notification. So this is how it shows here. So as you can see, it's within the Oracle VM VirtualBox. So we can actually scale this, make it a scale mode, or you can actually just customize the scale if you want this full screen or scaled. Scaled means you can drag and drop here. Drag the screen here, and it will automatically um, show it alongside your mouse, or wherever alongside the size. So as you can see here, so now it's checking something. The installation is already starting. So you can just what you call this, escape this, hit escape if you want to. I will just do that to skip the checking. So to do that, just hit escape so that it will continue on the installation. I've tested this many times recently. It doesn't really break anything for my use. I use only the minimal installation, meaning only the terminal. It will not install the OS with the graphical interface. So that's how it is. So now we are ready to the installation is ready. So I believe the installation is done. We are now ready to set up our CentOS machine. So to do that, click on continue here. And next, there are a few warnings here, so we can then address that by clicking on it. Right click. Oops, it's already been automatically fixed. So let's just disregard selecting the others, but only this automatic partitioning selected. We will select that one and click on the drive here, or click it again. Make sure, click this, make sure there's a check here, and make sure it is automatically configured partitioning. Select done, and that should be all, I believe. We can also set up the networking here. Select on, and then if you want a custom local domain, you can actually select it here, or you can actually just current host name. You can actually customize it here. I only customize the first part, which is so you can see the local host. dot local domain. The dot local domain, I just leave it as is, apply, and now it is here. Current host name. Or maybe just CentOS.local. Yeah, that's it. Apply. So as you can see here, and what's next? Done. Select done, and then now we're ready to install. Or maybe, by the way, I forgot to. You can also set up your time zone. So for me, I'm on Asia. And I'm done. So now we're ready to begin install. So here they also want to generate us a root password. So let's do that. Done. And if you want to create a user account, by the way, let's say this is the sudo worst, or simply an admin account, you can do that, but for me I'll just leave it as root. So that should be all for this setup. So let's just wait until it's installed. So here's the progress. So the next part is for us to reboot the installation. It's now completed, as you can see here, the progress bar. So let's now reboot. So it will reboot our VM. So it will show this. I believe it will automatically skip. As you can see. Failed to send host. Just disregard those errors for now. So as you can see here, let me check here. Oops, doesn't show my mouse. Oh, maybe. So if it doesn't show your mouse, just click on here, the mouse icon here. Just click on that, and it will show something like a mouse integration. Just click on that, and it should work now. So for this, we can now log in as our root. So this shows here localhost login because this is the name of my host name. I reset earlier when I recorded this because I thought I missed something, but I did not. Customize the host name, which is why it's showing here. But for you, it might show something else that you've set up for your custom domain. So for me, this is the one. So this is when it shows local login. This means that you need to add your root username. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me check here. It doesn't type my root password. Maybe I need to select the mouse once again. So here, it's now working. So Now just type in root here, which is our username, and then the password that we've set up. So now we are ready to work on our virtual machine within CentOS. So that's how you can do that. We can actually try to also run update here, and many other commands. So in the next video, I will show you how you can also install Hyper-V and CentOS in your Hyper-V Manager, which is a built-in virtualization for Windows. So I believe I already have here the Hyper-V. Let me show you. So this one. So I do have also a Hyper-V. It's something like a VirtualBox as well, and we will also do the VMware and WSL. I did have a tutorial ready for that in the channel, but I will show you how you can install CentOS 7 or any type of CentOS within WSL, because there's no built-in OS for CentOS in WSL. I do have that as well here. So if you can see here, let me show you. Here, as you can see, I have CentOS here. This is a WSL virtualization. So as you can see, it is still updating. So that's how you can install, and I'll probably just cancel this. So once again, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.